Welcome back, I'm Felix, and I am reacting to H3H3 declares war on Hasan. This is Abin Preach reacting. I just reacted to Abin Preach, and I said I was going to react to this one. I don't know if I'll watch the whole video, because one, I am not an Ethan or Hasan fan in any way, shape, or form. Can't stand either one. Don't like them. Every time I see them, it's just like, oh my God, just be quiet. Because I do not agree with, I would say, almost 80 to 90% of the stuff they say. They're no better than either side. They're no better. It's okay. And like the other Abin Preach, I already watched this one. And the reason I want to react to it is it's probably the first time I agreed with Ethan on anything. Yeah, no, it is the first time. Because he's talking about copyright, and copyright is definitely something people should be aware if you're doing YouTube. Well, let's get into it and see what's going on. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and don't break any copyright laws.
We haven't talked about these people in a long time, but I thought I would talk about it today. Ethan Klein suing Hasan and the people around him. Why? Well, let's take a look.
Hi there.
I will say one thing, Ethan does look way better, actually. Because every time I'm seeing him, he looks like a grease ball. Like a used car salesman or one of those dirty, now this is not an insult to plumbers, but stereotype plumber that you see in TV shows, what he used to look like. And clearly he's changed up his image, you know. Which there's nothing wrong with that, but definitely he's changed up his image.
My name is Ethan Klein, and my favorite hobby is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers. Today I invite you into my home to share my favorite pastime with you. Join me in creating generational wealth for my attorney.
I hope that's not real money, because that's actually a federal offense. No, seriously, it's a federal offense. You know all those times you put pennies on a railway? I don't know how many people actually did it. I never did. But if you put a penny on a train track, you know, it flattens it out. But that's actually a federal offense in two ways. One, that can actually interfere with the train ability to stay on the track, and two, you're destroying money. So, yeah, don't do that.
I love that part. That's fun.
ReactGate was a debate going on in the streaming community about what constituted fair use. People like Hasan, XQC, and many of the large Twitch streamers would watch other creators' entire video on their stream. They would rarely add sufficient commentary or even pause the video to speak. Now, understandably, this made a lot of people angry, because why should these content thieves essentially get more views than the author of the video, which in a lot of cases was happening?
Fair use is something that's a lot of times litigated through many battles. There's been a lot of stuff. Some people think React channels are illegal, and depending on how it's done, it's not the case. It's actually been litigated in court, and many people have tried suing React channels and lost in court. Why? Because depending on how the transformative content happens, whether or not it's commentary, whether or not it's satire, there's a lot of ways in which you can take other people's content, and if you flip it and you put enough of a transformative spin on it, depending on how much you use, there's other little factors from a legal standpoint, you are protected under free speech law.
Okay. The main reason I wanted to react to this, because when I first watched it, I thought about it. It's like, now I don't watch streaming content. I don't watch Twitch or Kick or any of those. Not even on YouTube. It's one thing to watch a video. It's another thing to watch someone streaming. And I've tried to watch streaming, and I just can't do it. Because some of these people are streaming for 2 hours straight, and I really haven't found anyone that's entertaining for 2 hours straight. It doesn't exist, in my opinion. But that aside, those streamers who do react videos and they don't react, yeah, I agree that, yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. Because I've watched people on YouTube who don't react to it. They just sit there and they're deadpan. Like their faces are just like they're actually paused and the video's just playing. But yeah, to me, that's not a react video. A react video is you interacting with the video and reacting to it. They're not doing anything.
How it functions. Now, with that being said, there are some people who use it incorrectly. I've seen some people, like, we get copyright stuff from our channel to let us know when people use our content. And sometimes I'll see people use 100% of the video. And when I go watch the video, they don't even talk. They just play the video. They're like, and they move on to the next video. I'm like, well, I'm taking that shit down.
It's just that
That's what I'm talking about. Like, they literally just sit there staring at the screen and do nothing. I wonder if they've gotten notice of me. Because I've used 100% of the videos, so I didn't mean to hit that. But, hey, if you get notice of me, give me a shout out. I could use help with the numbers. I'm a new creator. It'd be awesome if they did see this and gave me a shout out. I ain't gonna lie, I would take it. I would take it and run with it. Try to milk that 15 minutes or 15 seconds of fame to get some more press. But, yeah, even on YouTube, because there was this, I don't know if she's still around. It was one girl. That's all she did. She just sat there staring at the screen, and she had a bunch of followers, and I never got it. It's like, how do you got all these followers and you're not doing anything? And it really came down to the fact that she was attractive, and that's the only reason people were watching her. So,
video, their faces in the corner.
That's it.
That's the difference.
That's not the same. And then sometimes people go.
Now, real quick, I do know there are some people who stream who actually do react. They interact with the video. I'm not talking about those people because they're actually interacting with the video. I'm talking about the ones who literally just sit there and do nothing. I look like the clip of Hasan. He was just playing on his phone. And others, if you're just sitting there doing nothing, then yeah, that's copyright. That's the same as say you have a movie theater and you decide to show Disney show Disney movies and charge people for it, but yet Disney doesn't get any money. Disney's coming for you. Disney went after schools over this. So yeah, that's the same thing in my opinion. You're stealing these people's content and making money off of it. So yeah, it's the same thing.
Ooh, wow, nice. Okay, bye. I was like, whoa, and then they re-upload that clip, and the user was like, whoa, you are not doing anything to the clip.
No, you're not changing anything.
Now look. Some people feel like it's a gray area, and I agree. There are some places where it is, and then there's other places where it's clearly fair use, and others where it's clearly not. Mm-hmm. Okay, and a bit more context on Twitch specifically. A lot of these live streamers, maybe because Twitch doesn't really enforce copyright.
Twitch lackluster compliance harms copyright owners and esports fans. Oh my god, I cannot read. Oh well.
They essentially just have these 8-hour streams, and most of them are not entertaining enough to have these long ass streams. So what do? They just play other people's videos and let it run. Some of them run off to the bathroom while the video plays. Yeah. Some of them literally don't even sit there. Some of them play 1 hour of video before their stream starts of somebody else. And they get money from it.
Some people fall asleep.
So
that's crazy.
There is sleeping streams, which is that's weird to me. It's a thing. People want to watch you sleep. It's like, if you watch me sleep, there's going to be a lot of snoring. I'm just going to tell you. But yeah, I don't get that.
Like whatever you think YouTube is, they do some crazy shit, and that's what he's talking about.
My favorite of the three, the very own, the prestigious, the highly acclaimed, the highly analytical Caseytron.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein.
Gonathon.
Yeah. And so Ethan Klein put out a video called Content Nuke. They were reacting to it. And so this is the video that she's referencing, okay?
We've given each complaint a clever little title, and here's Caseytron's. She smoked more than she spoke. Caseytron smokes 42 times during her reaction. And just as a silly thought experiment, we thought, wouldn't it be funny if she spent more time smoking than she did talking? And thinking there was no way that could be true. Well, we tallied them up, and lo and behold, there's 15 minutes, 40 seconds of commentary versus 18 minutes and 55 seconds of smoking. She spent 3 minutes and 15 seconds longer smoking than she did talking in her quote-unquote reaction.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
The complaint continues. Indeed.
This is what I was talking about earlier, like, what's the appeal? I don't get it. I understand I'm not the demographic. I'm older. But even if I was younger, I remember me as a young man, I would not have been into that. I was just like, what is she doing? And, you need help. You might want to go to rehab. But yeah, this is so weird.
Tron is often too obliterated to comment on the nuke, and instead stares blankly at her computer screen. In a span of 2 hours and 7 minutes, KC Tron smokes marijuana, frequently in highly concentrated forms through vaporizers, on 42 separate occasions.
I've lost the plot. To give you an idea,
It's crazy that we're at the age where commentary looks like this.
I'm busy looking at his glasses. Are there no lenses in his glasses? I don't think there's any lenses in his glasses. I think he does wear glasses, but there's no lenses in those glasses. I'm pretty confident there's no lenses. But he's also not wrong. This is what I was talking about. Like, see how I have it paused? Like, I've seen, now I wonder if they actually had it paused. Like, they were just a recording and they're making money. I just realized that. Oh my God, they probably had it paused. There was that guy who committed murder using a recording. He uploaded a recording of himself doing a live stream and then went and killed someone, then came back and picked up where the recording ended. No, seriously, that really happened.
Wait, what?
Yep.
$5 sub. Preach. You're beautiful.
I am planning a trip to go to the wonderful land of Japan. Yep, I'm gonna get some Pokemon cards over there. Pokemon hunted, but enough of that nerd stuff. I
Comes down to this.
now have some fun and enjoy the good things in life.
To give you an idea, the majority of her commentary comes down to this.
I don't understand this bit that he's doing.
Too high.
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
CPM's coming out of Qatar.
What the hell
you
is
kids
going
love anime,
on?
right?
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
So this happened.
Oh, that's a lot.
And it's not just like a joint or anything. She's taking a lot. She's obliterating every brain cell. God.
A problem.
God damn it.
I don't know this, but you got a problem.
And this is coming from Abba, and he does drugs and stuff. And he's telling you got a problem. You might want to go get some help.
This lawsuit might f***ing sober you up. Somebody needs to take your money away so you can't do drugs. Though some would say, who needs money for drugs when you have a functional butt?
I don't even want to know what that means. I don't even want to know what that means. I don't even want to know what that means.
All right. Anyways, sorry.
Who needs marijuana when you got a functioning butthole?
That's what I'm saying.
You could just...
You don't need no money? You spread them wide.
Very musical people. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you... Look! You think I made this? I never seen
She's dying.
Come on, man.
Nah.
Come on, man.
Listen, I didn't care for other nukes Ethan did, but this was pretty good.
And as dumb as all of that is, this is the part that really got her sued.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein.
Stating outright that her intention of
Hey, you can see this is the version of him that I remember. Like I said, I don't watch him. This is the first time I've seen him in a long time. So, yeah, he definitely changed his look. I'll be honest, he changed it for the better. At least in my opinion. But as for her being a reactor, I would not consider her a reactor at all. She's just someone watching YouTube or Twitch. That's literally all she's doing. And again, I don't understand these people are popular. I really don't. I don't get it. Again, I'm not the target audience, but hey, it is what it is.
this is so that people who don't want to support me can watch it through her is why copyright infringement laws exist. You could not and should not do that, especially if your commentary consists of you taking bong loads. Oh, what was that? Oh, sorry. That was a flying star. It almost got me. You know her and you love her, guys. Frogan.
If you don't remember this is a lady who wished that veterans take their own life.
I have no pity at all for any soldiers. U.S. military? Boo who? I hope you get PTSD.
Perfectly normal.
Classy.
Gets a gold star from Twitch, apparently over there. you veteran, whatever.
Reaction by exiting. Here she is getting up to leave the video running as she steps out of the room. Is that transformative?
Oh, man. Again, they're admitting to their crimes, actually. Jesus.
I guess the judge will decide. She said, quote, "It's time to watch the new Nuke ethically. Hell yeah." Huh. Very smart to say on camera, by the way. Her commentary is so non-existent that even her own fans begin to call her out.
Don't have anything to say? Dude, because he's cycling the same points over and over again. What more commentary do you need on him repeating the same points for the whole first hour and 1 minute and 32 seconds? It's been the same shit over and over again.
I mean, if it's really long and boring, then stop watching it.
I was going to say that. What's funny, after he said that and she was saying that, my daughter watches streams all the time, and there's a young lady she watches, and I've seen her watch it. And that I can't not think of her name, but my daughter watches her all the time. She said, yeah, when she gets a stream or something or video that she's not reacting to, she'll stop it and say, yeah, this is boring. And she'll stop it and move on to something else. And they actually go on to talk about the same thing that I'm about to talk about, that I've actually made videos that I've deleted. Like, I'll make, on this channel, I usually watch comedians or funny stuff. And again, for anyone who's like, why is he doing this? I'm not changing my format or anything like that. I just found this interesting. Doesn't mean I'm going to always react to stuff like this, but every now and again I will. And with that said, there have been, like, I was watching a comedian. It was a woman. That's not to say women aren't funny. I'm just trying to remember. I was watching her, because what happened is I watched one of her videos and she was awesome. At least I remember her being awesome. I remember now. I watched some clips of hers. I thought, oh, she's hilarious. Went and watched her whole stand-up. It was like, oh, it was just the clips. And I deleted that whole video. I watched it all the way through. I didn't really laugh. I kind of, like, nah, I didn't even react at it. I realized I did not react at all. I deleted the video. I'm not posting it. I deleted it. Because I've reacted to other female comedians. And I'm laughing. I'm interacting with her. Like, that's hilarious. This is that, So it's not because she was a woman. It's because she was not that funny. But I think I did react to another one of her videos where she was funny. So it's like, that was just a bad night, I guess. But my whole thing is, why did she upload that? Or did she upload it or did someone else upload it? Because that was a bad night for stand-up for her. And I can't remember who it was. I'm not going to describe her or anything because but yeah, I just remember I deleted it. And I've done that with other videos. Like, I've watched some videos, react, and I've actually started watching videos, even male comedians. I'll start watching them, and I kind of almost found myself trying to force a laugh. I'm like, no, I'm deleting this and I'm out. It's like, they're not funny. But yeah, it's like, if there's nothing there, why are you making a react video to it? Don't.
Nothing to add, don't watch it. And now when you're going to take this L, I don't really mind. You know how many times me and Preacher popped in a video, watching like, bruh, what are we doing? And I just delete it. You think I'm just going to upload myself and Preach staring at the camera being like, this is boring?
And having nothing to say.
And making money from that? No, of course not.
Oh, I forgot. She also said, "Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing." You may use the bathroom, Frogan, although I don't advise it.
Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
This into your stomach. And let me state the obvious.
Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What happens?
And fucking talking about
Well, you just pause it. That's it. You just pause the video, right?
Absolutely. Y'all leaving, making money off the other people's content and adding nothing to it, and also re-uploading it on other platforms. Get bent. I don't give a shit if they take you and they sue you into the ground.
They should be watching for you. But if you get up to go to the bathroom and they keep watching my video, they're clearly not watching for you, right?
As lazy and pathetic as her reaction is, this
That's
is
a good
not
point. I don't think I'd ever say that about H3, but yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a point.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like, I'm not a fan of his. Never have been, but it happens. Sometimes people make a good point, whether you are a fan of theirs or not, and he's making a good point. And what's funny is they've done this before, Ab and Preach, where they're not fans of Fresh and Fit. And I can't remember what was going on, but they were like, Fresh and Fit was in the right. And yeah, this thing with copyright, it was going on for a long time, and Twitch is going to have to change the way they do things, or they could be facing a huge lawsuit. Now, Ethan's suing the individual people, but Twitch in the end could face a class action lawsuit. And it may not come from like a YouTuber or a streamer or anyone like that. It could come from big companies like Sony. It could come from Disney. It could come from Fox. It could come from a big company, or it could come from all of them, and they could take Twitch down. So Twitch really does need to nip that in the bud immediately, or they're going to get themselves in a lot of trouble, and they're going to regret not doing it sooner. The sooner they do it, the better off they're going to be. But that doesn't mean they'll avoid the lawsuit in the future, but it might help mitigate any damage that's coming.
And thank you for watching it with me. First time viewer, time to watch the nuke ethically? Hell yeah. He doesn't want people to know when it's dropping because we're all watching through other streamers. And I suggest you all watch it through other people as well.
It's the stated malicious intent to steal.
Malicious intent to steal.
Sorry, I got distracted by her face. What the hell was on her face? It's like... Anyways. But yeah, again, just like the other girl, she confessed her crimes. When committing crimes, don't confess them. Rule number 1.
Oh my God.
Yes, that's theft.
Self-snitching and theft.
Listen, I've never been like the biggest.
This has been a huge a huge trend. Oh my God, I think I'm stroking out. This has been a huge trend since social media became a thing. And what I'm getting at is people snitching on themselves. My favorite story is where a guy robbed a guy's house. He didn't take the guy's laptop, but he logged into Facebook on the guy's laptop. And that's how the police caught him. Because he was still logged in on Facebook on the guy's laptop. He checked in on Facebook on the guy's laptop whose house he robbed, and he got caught. You guys, please keep oh my God, I am stroking out. Please keep self-snitching. Thank you.
Believe people, but I would never tell people to not watch it directly for them. We always put the link in the description. We never play the full videos. We only play sections of it vast majority of the time. And then on top of that, we do substantial commentary where it's completely different experience. Also, I hope you guys go watch it. I hope you guys go form your own opinions. And plenty of our audience actually goes watching it, and our audience would never watch most of those Jubilee videos without us involved.
But you said that plenty of time in the videos. What do you guys think? Watch the videos.
Yeah.
Go watch the entirety of the video. You say that in the video.
Now, I do most of the time watch an entire video, but I'm also interacting with it. I've ended up a couple times I've cut videos short. Like I cut their last, like their, I was reacting to one of their other videos and I cut it short. It was like 20 minutes long and I think I watched half of it. And now this one I'm watching all the way through because the copyright versus the other video has got my attention a little more, because if I am going to eventually take this serious, I don't want to, irk anyone off. I want to do everything right. And I think I'll be as big as a lot of the other YouTubers? No. I would like to make a little extra change doing this. I think that would be nice. But right now, I have no money to invest in it, so I'm doing my best. I know I need to get a better camera and a better mic setup, but I work with what I got. But yeah, as for copyright stuff and people self-snitching, please keep doing that.
Yeah. Half the time when we get to a video, you guys always complain, but when we get to the video, it's already been out for 7 months. So it's like pretty much dead in terms of how it accrues videos or views. But then we watch it and then it gets another uptick in spike.
But that's good because we're not stealing content from them and we're redirecting to them.
Yes.
So I think it's pretty good. Everybody wins.
I think even with Fresh and Fit and I was just checking. I couldn't remember if there was more, so yeah, I'll watch a little more. Oh, anyway, because even with Fresh and Fit, they'll upload or they'll leave a link for their videos as well. So they do I can say that. But yeah, when I find myself agreeing with people who I normally don't agree with, I think it's hilarious. It's like, that's funny. I actually found something I agree with them on, and I don't like this person. So, yeah, I mean, it happens. But also, if you're not a fan of someone, the best way to hurt that person is not to watch their videos. You don't watch their videos because whether they realize it or not, I mean, yeah, they are stealing content from him. That's a fact. But they're also helping his numbers, whether they realize it or not. Because if you got enough people doing what they're doing, they're helping his numbers too. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's a catch-22, but they are somewhat helping his numbers. But they also have, I don't know how many followers they have. Let's say they each have 1 million followers. That's 3 million people not watching his video directly. So he's also losing the money as well. But out of those 3 million people, how many of them may go, hey, I might go watch this video directly? Or look, maybe something will happen to where they kind of disagree with what they're doing and go watch the video directly. So in that way, it kind of helps. But in the end, they're still in the wrong. There's no way around that. And they self-snitched. Even if they did self-snitch, it's still wrong. And I still stand by Twitch is eventually going to face a class action lawsuit or a huge lawsuit that's going to hurt them financially. Or that's why I said they need to nip this in the bud today, not tomorrow.
It's a fundamentally incredibly different experience because of that. But let's keep watching.
It's a nightmare on Denham Street. Not only did she chair react, but she was kind enough to write her name right at the top just so that we knew that she was stealing my content and it was her room and nobody else's. Judge, did you know that we're on Denham Street right now? Here's some quotes from Denham's. We're relying on you to stay live so we don't have to give the nuke views. Yeah, I'm going to stream it. Since he's confirmed it's coming out today, I'm going to stream it. That is very explicit. Denham said, quote, well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, give me a follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like my content. Your content?
So, if you guys enjoyed me taking that content, give me money. So she's profiting from the fact that she's just...
That's what I was saying earlier about Disney went after schools over this. And that's why I gave the example of people, like, say they had a movie theater and they decide to show a Disney movie, charge people for it, and Disney doesn't get a cut. You can't do that. Disney wants their cut. So, yeah, she's committing fraud.
We're relying on you to stay live so we don't give more views on the nuke. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. Since he confirmed it's coming out today, we're gonna stream it. If you want to watch it with someone else who's already watching it, come enjoy the watch party somewhere else.
Now, Denham's, of course, always delivering the goods. She went on this dude's podcast to debate fair use.
I think there was a double thing there because I was thinking the same thing about her view there.
And would you be surprised if I told you she said a lot of incriminating things in that podcast? The queen of self-own never disappoints.
I want to be clear on my opinion on filler content and stuff. I think filler content, you shouldn't do it. I know I do it as a React streamer. And I try to do it only when I do it with Vox videos or Vice videos.
As saying, hey, don't kill people, but I'm going to go kill people. Jesus.
And stuff like that, because at least I'm not directly ripping from one content creator and not a whole team and stuff. And most of those videos have 5 million views. I only get 500 viewers. I'm taking maybe 50 views from the video. It's a lot harder to feel I guess bad about that. Whereas I would feel very bad about doing that to a single.
So today I had a chance to have a Long Island iced tea and I didn't do it. I'm just sharing that because this is ridiculous. It really is. I don't understand. I don't know what this picture is. I paused on. Again, I love when people self-snitch. I think I've self-snitched, but mine is, like I said, I'm 49. Statute of limitations ran out. But seriously, it's come on.
That's most of the video. I want to just play part of it. If you guys go to his video, I think his video is 20 minutes. I'm not watching the whole thing.
Okay. I'm going to end it there. But yeah, you can't do that. And like I said, that starting off with the girl who was choking to death on weed. It's what in the world? And I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I understand they don't like him, but what does that got to do? I think they think they're hurting his pocketbook. And, I mean, clearly he still has money. You know, he has the money to sue all three of them. But if you really want to hurt his pocketbook, just direct people not to go watch his videos. You know, convince your fans to start a campaign to not watch his videos. Like, start some... And campaigns like that do work. I've seen more people have gotten other creators' videos count to drop, and if you create enough stink around them, you know, people also start unsubscribing. So they're going about it all wrong. If they really want to hurt someone like Ethan, H3H3, you go after his pocketbook, but not like this. This helps him. He's going to win this in the end. And truth be told, if he wins this lawsuit, this is going to open up Twitch to a whole lot of trouble. And I stand by the fact that Twitch will eventually get sued, and it's going to be bad for Twitch. I'll leave a link to Abin Preach's video. I'll grab the link for H3H3's video as well and put it in there. And yeah, like I said, I'm not a fan of his or Hasan's, but hey, you know, he's not wrong in this. So yeah. And when I do react videos, like I said, I've had videos where I didn't react at all and I deleted them. They've said the same thing. They delete them. Yeah, if you're going to do react videos, you have to react. You have to interact. That's the main thing. You're adding something to it. If you're not adding anything to it, then it's pointless. Just tell me what videos to watch and I'll go watch them myself. I don't want to watch you watching something. Granted, there are people who are into that because there's a kink for everybody, and apparently that's a kink. And I'm not joking about that being a kink. That's a real kink. People watching people just do everyday stuff. That's actually been around for a long time since the internet started doing video stuff. When they realized you could upload videos, that became a kink. Just people watching, and yeah. Again, I'll leave a link for both of them. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Everyone take care. Later.